The records are now open, and I did not get out of my workout gear this morning, just how it goes sometimes. But when you have the pleasure and the privilege of working from home, there ain't nobody here telling me to go change my clothes. I'm just keeping my workout gear on. What's my workout? By the way, my workout right now, Qigong Tai Chi. Love it. Do it with Sifu Boggy every Wednesday morning. He gets me set up and prepared for the day of teaching, of healing, of sharing the gift of the Akashic Records with you guys. Welcome. My name is Emily Harrison. I am the founder and director here inside the Akashic Academy. Living the dream, I have to say, experiencing what it means to understand, hey, I've got gifts, I've got skills. I want to know what those are about. I want to know how I can use them to heal myself and to heal others. And then I want to create a business doing it. And then I want to change the world. Join forces with all the other powerful ones of you out there who want to change the world, who want to make a difference, who want to affect the products that people have available to them here on the planet. Those of you, we're researchers, we're creators, right? I want to know which ones of you guys want to explore your talents and abilities and create new healing protocols, to create new schools, not only schools of thought, but schools where people can go and learn, whether these are small, like Tupperware party kind of schools in the beginning, or it looks maybe something like the mystery school that we're creating here at the Akashic Academy. But figuring out how the planet is going to shift and change with this knowledge that we're bringing in that is so magical, so powerful, is what I'm all about. I do that through the space of the Akashic Records. For those of you who are experiencing these terms for the first time, let me share with you. The Akashic Records are the realm of consciousness where all information has been stored. This is like the cosmic library. Every detail of your past, your present, all possible futures exists within the space of your Akashic Records. And it has been the quantum opening of understanding for me that has allowed me to not only take a look at myself, heal my life, understand how I'm showing up, shift patterns, but also dive into some more of the really exciting, deep, magical things that are available here to us, like manifesting, like creating our own jobs, like creating success and abundance, and creating networks of people that we're working with, standing in our soul mission, which is what I'm all about here at the Academy. Most of you guys know we have a network of over 25 live stream shows. One of them's coming to you right now, and I'm trying to share it out as soon as I can find it coming up here on my feed. I'd love to invite you guys to do the same thing and remind you every time that you're tuning in to a show here at the Akashic Network, please share it out. Share it out in a lot of different places. Share it to specific friends. Share it, share it, share it. This is knowledge that is impacting the planet in a very, very big way. And there we go. Thank you. Nancy shared. Thank you, Miss Nancy. I'm also going to start a watch party, I think. I'll start a watch party. All right, so I'm going to bounce back and forth between getting questions from the watch party and getting questions up here from you guys. Nancy Louise says, if you haven't just done the Kuan Yin activation we just did in the private group, join now. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, that was absolutely pretty off the hook, wasn't it? So I was inviting you to share. Hang on, let me pull my clothes back on first. There we go. So my mama won't be mad at me. We were inviting you to share, not only share out this broadcast, please, but every time that you tune into the Akashic Academy, please share out. Our network hosts share their message out. And yes, Nance, here's what Nancy's talking about. If you guys did not see Miss Nancy Louise's comment, Miss Nancy Louise and I are some tight soul sisters. Miss Nancy is not only a member of the Akashic Academy, but she's one of my mentor students in learning to read the Akashic Records. And when you go through that process, you and I get very close to each other, as well as very close to the rest of the students who are moving through that circle, that process at the same time you are. So Miss Nancy is plugged in to I was going to say all the things we have going on here, but I didn't want to make you feel pressure, Nancy, because we've got a lot of stuff going on. Nancy's plugged in to 99.999%, and the rest of the time I make her take off, okay? So what we have going on here at the Academy, the Kuan Yin activation that Miss Nancy is speaking of happened inside of our membership group, We have a membership group designed specifically for light workers to keep you growing, expanding, shifting, all of the support that you need, including the soul connection and the soul family. We are creating and building for you, including the platforms on which to expand. This is why we've created the network. This is why we've created the magazine. So for those of you who are looking, those of you who are light workers, or you know that you want to be a light worker, you want to dive into this study, this is designed to bring you the most cutting edge understanding, activations, connection, growth, and expansion possible. Kuan Yin and the ancient lineage of divine feminine that carries the beautiful mothering, nurturing, compassionate energy represented by Isis, represented by Mother Mary, all came through today. We did a pretty serious activation inside of our membership program. So for those of you who want to know more about the membership program, right now you can sign up for $4.44. We have an awesome special. I'm going to leave you information about that, and then we're going to dive into the Akashic Records. Start asking your questions. And let's get a little bit more action up in this place. A lot of times I tell you guys to say hello once you get here, or to say yes, or to send hearts or bubbles across the screen. You want to know the secret why we tell you to do that? Yeah, we want to get the interaction, but the more that's going on, the more conversation that's had around here, the more Facebook pumps this stuff out into the algorithms. It's one of the reasons why when I jump on broadcasts, one of the reasons I say hi to everybody, but I freaking love saying hi to all of my soul family once I get on there. But if I annoy any of you guys when I'm on there, I'm doing it because I love you, but also because it begins to pump out our feed, okay? So pump the feed. I'm going to be grabbing the link for you guys right now to check out what's going on inside of the Academy. While I'm doing that, I want your fingers typing and clicking away as fast as you can. Let me know what is going on in your life. Oh, man. Wait. There we go. Let me know what is going on in your life. Oh, man. Watch parties are confusing to me. I'm sorry, guys. I was going to try to go back and forth to the watch party. I don't know if I can. All right. Oh, maybe I can. All right, I'm learning. Thank you for being patient with me while I learn. Type in your questions, and like I said, I want to kind of jump back and forth so I give everybody a little bit of attention, like a good Kuan Yin mama today. Let's talk about what's going on in your life. Where do you need insight, guidance, healing, shifting, expansion? Got to be someplace that you're ready to move, all right? If you've been stuck in this space for generations and generations, you might not ready to be moving yet. Maybe you should ask, if it's something that's really, really stuck, what do I need to still learn from this situation so I am truly ready to move it? All right, so what's big? What can we get going in your lives today? Ooh, Nirma says, hi, Emily. I joined from Europe and the Netherlands. You're so curious about Kuan Yin. Awesome. Make sure that you reach out and connect with me. I'm going to put a little note here for myself. And I'll let you know more about how you can tune into those workshops if you want to dive in with us. Okay, River Brat says, I'm experiencing a settlement. Can you tell me when I will receive it? Oh, you're expecting a settlement. Okay. Can you tell me when I will receive it? It's interesting because when we ask time questions within the space of the Akashic Records, we generally do not get legit linear time back like we're asking, okay? It's more of like gateway, certain things have to happen. All right, so diving in, taking a look at here for you, River, at what those gateways are. There are gateways for you and for the other person involved. Okay, so the gateways that are aligning for the other person involved, they have to do with the logistical timing of, you know, what do you have to do to go get your finance and get it all straightened up and delete and everything associated with that, okay? For you, what they're wanting you to recognize is to look at your history with resource and flow, because it seems like you've created a pattern where you've got like big levels of abundance coming in, and then it shrinks up, and it's like abundance coming in and shrinking up, and abundance coming in and shrinking up. And in your mind, they're saying, you may have already spent the money of the settlement before you got it. Anybody ever do that? Anybody who spends their money before they have it? This is something that Spirit really wants to begin to shift in us, because many light workers, and I'm not saying it's all of you, I'm saying it's you, Riva. All right. Many light workers experience issues with their abundance and being able to hold it dynamically. One of the things that is kind of messed up in our minds is that we've generally spent money in our mind and our heart before we've ever even actually gotten it. And we've kind of fooled ourselves into saying, oh, well, I'm imagining and I'm manifesting and I'm feeling what it must feel like to have it before it's actually here. Dude, for the vast majority of us, it does not come into play into our mind. This perspective does not exist for most of you. But what if you had nothing else that you wanted to buy or accumulate, and that money was just to be saved, and just didn't matter when it came in? So Spirit's really inviting you to examine this pattern, so that you can shift, you can use this shift, because it's like this abundance, you've been like calling it, you've needed this. Like it's been something that you've been like, okay. But in order to not experience the same pattern as you did before, recognize, oh, wow. Do people really live like that? They're so calm and happy and settled and neutral that when the large chunks of money come in, what if it just went into the bank to be saved? Okay. All right. Anybody who wants to learn to shift that idea and programming around money. Okay. So Kuan Yin definitely is associated with prosperity and money. Kuan Yin, since her presence is still really powerful, and I just felt it shoot down the side of my body, wants to bring in an activation designed for prosperity for you, but you have to recognize that it's this shift of mindset. Like you're screwing yourself if you're playing into manifesting your money by imagining all of the things that you're going to buy and spend your money on once you get it. So Kuan Yin would like to shift this for you and open up new ideas, new possibilities. Oh yeah, okay, I could actually, I don't have to spend it on anything. What if I didn't have to spend it on anything? Okay. So bringing in this new perspective, new ideas, new kind of like, whoa, that just turned my whole processing upside down. Also, she's bringing in the support and the courage to sit in it, to explore it, not to reject it. Many times when an outside of the box idea comes up for us, if the mind is too rigid, we'll automatically reject it. You don't have, just because you entertain a thought or you allow a thought to be in your mind, doesn't mean that you're on one side of the fence or the other, okay? It does not mean that you became a Republican or a Democrat about your thoughts. Allow yourself to have thoughts, okay? New ones, bringing that in. If you want to receive that, say yes. You guys see how it works now? Just see how it works now. Farrakara is in the house. Carla in the house. What's up, Carla? Julie, Deborah, awesome. Tanya in the house. Love it. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All of you who are joining us. And Deborah says, met Lord Lanto. Or Lanto. I actually don't know Lord Lanto or Lanto. Third eye is opening and feel so blessed. Have a new job, more money. Wow. Go, Deborah. It's your birthday. Thank you for holding that space for us, Deborah. You've been pushing up against that tough growth space, and you just keep going back. You keep getting present. You keep getting neutral. I am so happy to hear you having a breakthrough. That makes me really excited. Everybody, give Deborah a round of applause, please. Like seriously, the woman has been working. and obstacles show up, and she's like, go back to neutral, go back to love, go back to my practice, keep doing it, keep doing it. How long do I have to keep doing it? Keep doing it. I love you. Yes. Grounding in your breakthrough, sister. All right, I'd like to check in here and see some more of your comments. Kim, you're a first timer watching live. Very anxious to see what I can learn from you. Very good. I'm anxious to also see what I can learn from you, because we are all truly playing that teacher-student role with each other in a different, more dynamic way. Talk about thinking of different ways of how to, what you could do with your money. Many times we think of the teacher-student role as the teacher, it's a hierarchy. Teachers up here, and then our students fall down here, right? Truly, as we're moving into 5D, as we begin to recognize and respect and crave the knowledge and the expertise and knowing about other people and their experience and holding each other sacred and sharing our own sacredness with each other, the nature of teacher-student and how that shifts and changes is powerful. So Kim, thank you for allowing me to illuminate that shift in difference, and I'm excited to learn from you too. Hey, Brittany's another first timer. Loving the messages and the energy. Great. Oh, Julie's a first timer also. I love my first timers. Guys, get your questions in. Let's get some questions rocking in here. Of course, I do like to sit here and talk and share knowledge with you, but I like to tailor it specifically towards areas that you are inviting that insight in your life. And you show the universe where you are inviting insight for growth by the nature of the questions that you ask. And this is not just in this moment. This means as you're talking to yourself doing your dishes, if you're asking, why am I doing these damn dishes again? I told the kids to do the dishes. That's the question that you're asking yourself. And that is the nature of what your energy is seeking to unlock for you in order to expand your consciousness. So if you don't want to have to learn about expanding your consciousness and getting big and understanding how life works, by staying in your lack and your pissed offness and the frustrations of your day-to-day life, you got to be willing to let them go, and you got to ask bigger questions. Okay, so what questions do you guys have? Ask me your big questions. Joy says, I adore being a student of yours, Emily. I adore you, my Joycey. Colette Davis, I'm hoping for more clarity in my life on my purpose other than doing dishes all the time. That's perfect. All right, Ken Harrison is watching. Anybody want to take a guess at who Ken Harrison is? Ken Harrison is my dad. All right, so let's talk about purpose in life. Many people confuse life purpose and life mission. Purpose is just to show up like the damn Dalai Lama and be happy in whatever way you need to do that. Many of us resist joy because truthfully, joy is sometimes fleeting in our life. We get uncomfortable because we feel like the rug is going to be pulled out from underneath us. There are a million reasons why we have created dynamics in our life that block us from experiencing joy. Okay? If you grew up and your mom was depressed, sometimes I keep myself in check about that. Like I can be emotionally moody. You might not have learned on a conscious level how to sustain joy in your life even during the mundane moments. Lots of different reasons that we can block our joy. So your mission on the planet is simply to enjoy yourself, to be in joy, to be in a state of inspiration, in spirit, inspired, connected, present, receiving immediate feedback and exchange from the universe in every moment that you're showing up. That is your purpose. Okay? Now, we are all experiencing an incarnation where we've moved from oneness, source energy, into a singularity. We are incarnating into a singular avatar. Yes, you are me and I am you, and all of that shit is true. But I'm also my damn self, singular Emily, sitting right here, who grew up with a certain set of circumstances, a certain set of giftings, a certain set of things that I was passionate and curious about. That is your mission here on the planet, is to find out what lights you up. And if you do not know what that is as an adult, you need to travel back to your childhood, and you need to allow yourself to go back. Okay, what inspired me? What did I love to draw? Did I love to play in the woods? Did I love to garden? What did I love to do? And when you begin to just start asking yourself these questions and allowing the memories to surface, I want you to engage with them. I want you to play with them, allow them to grow. I want you to think of them symbolically. Okay? I had a student who went through the Learning to Read the Records program with me who, as a kid, always dreamed of being a heart surgeon. And she doesn't necessarily work in the medical field now in her life. I always dreamt of being an astronaut. Okay? She always dreamt of being a heart surgeon. The experience of peeling away the layers that were blocking her heart and causing physical dis-ease in her life, which she freed herself from, she cured herself from, she relieved the symptoms, whatever you want to say about it. She peeled away the layers of the heart wall. She did that and she realized, oh, she made the connection of that passion that she had for wanting to be an open heart surgeon. And she'd experienced so much fulfillment and awe and magic in her own healing, which is how it works. That's how you begin to help others, is whatever you've experienced, whatever you've gone through, that is another piece to the puzzle in terms of soul mission. Okay? I work with students not only in learning to read the records and take them on an amazing journey of activating and accessing this realm of cosmic guidance and the million ways that you can use it in your life, but I also teach light workers how to create their own online courses, entrepreneur light workers, those who are learning to create freedom and wanting to create a life that is going to support them and their family so they can do this work whenever they want to do this work. Not at night when you get home from your other job. I want you to be like me if you want to be like me and come down to your office in your own house. Or maybe you want to rent a space, a studio space, or maybe you want a little place out in the woods. I don't know what you want. But if you want that, I want to teach you how to create that because the planet needs it and it's really fun. So another aspect of how I show up for light workers is I walk them through the process of creating their first online course. Meaning, if you show up and you do the work, at the end of the 6 weeks, your course is completely ready to go, including your marketing. It's pretty brilliant. But I tell my students in that program this: your course is not your modality. It's the experience that you've been through. And your mission is the same thing. If you're searching like crazy for your mission and you don't know how just look inward. What have I been through? What transformational experience has blown my circuits? And that's how we begin to go about finding the pieces that are going to make sense to create a fulfilling soul mission, soul purpose for you guys. Anybody, and this is one area of I'll just stand in it. One area where I can get down to business with you. I am a big dreamer. For those of you guys who are joining here for the first time, before I did this, I spent 20 years in Hollywood as an actress. And I was that story. I had my dad join. I don't know if my dad's still here, but Daddy was on here earlier. I grew up in that small Midwest Missouri town, quit college, hightailed my ass to California. My dad was like, what are you doing? No. Actually, they supported me a lot. But I can imagine from a parent's perspective, especially growing up in, a space where there are only 3,000 other people in the town and your daughter wants to move to LA. What? They definitely supported me. They gave me some money for that move too. I remember I had to call home. Daddy, I need $500 so I can get an apartment. Yep. Family coming to the rescue, definitely. But I'm sure that was a very kind of moment for them. This has been on my template, my blueprint, breaking outside of the norm, breaking outside of the box, reaching for something that may feel even too big for you at times. I promise you it is not. I promise you those Hollywood actors and actresses and writers and directors are doing the same damn thing you're doing almost every day. Maybe not the exact same thing. Cut! I don't know how often you go around yelling, cut, in your house. But we're all just people showing up, doing our thing. If you're a dreamer, if you like to dream big, if you want to shift your world in a powerful way, I can definitely help you with that. Reach out. Hey, Lisa, small town Missouri girl here too. I love that. All right, let's go through and grab one more question. All right, Brittany, Jason, I'm wanting to know more about the Akashic Records. I believe that I've gotten a glimpse of it. Yes, the records are available to every single person, and I cannot tell you how many people come to me with that same, I feel like I've been there before, or I think I maybe got there in a dream, or maybe in a meditation some information came through. This could have been the Akashic Records, was it? Here is what I know, a little bit, snippet about what I know about the Akashic Records. First of all the information that comes from that space feels very expansive. It feels very illuminating. You will notice a difference of a vibrational quality, and you'll begin to identify it, kind of like Morse code, when that information begins to come in. It feels very comfortable. It feels very safe. Even if it's a big idea, there's a safety to it. Yes, your ego can jump in and begin to question, oh, I don't know about that. But that's why you got to really get good at noticing your subtle energy body. Okay. Yes, I was getting this very high frequency, powerful knowledge coming in. And then I felt the moment when I shifted out of alignment and I began judging and questioning it, and it didn't feel the exact same again. Because when we are starting to learn to work with these energies and interpret the messages, you can doubt them. But that's how you're going to begin to like fine tune what's going on here in this process. Meditation is really important because, so I just explained how in nanoseconds you're experiencing this process of getting this divine information. And then all of a sudden you jump out of alignment and your ego comes in and you start questioning it. All of that happens in like the faster than the speed of light, which is why we got to slow time down, which is why a daily meditation practice is imperative for you, because meditation will slow down the mind, slow down the thoughts, slow down time for you. Super important. Other characteristics of the Akashic Records. Many people talk about feeling like they're home, or the messages feel like they're coming from a loved one, a family member, something, there's an energy, there's a quality to it. Okay. Every human being has an imprint of their Akashic Records within their DNA. I take people into seventh dimension space-time to go get in the knowledge, but just depending on how you want to look at it, or how it makes sense to you to understand it, there is also a holographic representation of all of the information imprinted and coded in your DNA. So, because it's available like this, lots of people have had interactions with this realm of consciousness, this realm of knowledge. Here's what I want to share with you about this realm. And for those of you guys, if you think that you have experienced the Akashic Records and you're resonating with the message I'm sharing with you right now, please reach out to me and send me a private message, because I want to just hold some space and attune. I'll send you some sacred geometry that will begin to strengthen that connection for you, because that is the illumination of the records wanting to work more dynamically with you. Okay? And regardless of if you choose to do that with me or somebody else, it's important to establish that connection. And I have tools that I would love, easy free tools that I would love to help share with you that will assist you along your journey of connecting to the Akashic Records. I would also, we did a little bit of this last week, just establishing and illuminating that connection with the records. Let's do a little bit of that in the collective right now. Everybody just tune your awareness inward, almost just like you're looking inward. Imagine that you can see the cells of your body and see the DNA, the double helix. And I want you to imagine that you can see the DNA in the billions of cells all over your body. Okay. And then I want you to see one giant strand of DNA that is coming down your central column, coming down from the Akash, anchoring into the crystalline core center of Mother Earth. Okay, so you have this one giant strand of DNA running through you. And then also within your awareness, notice every cell inside of your body. You can see the strands of DNA. And I want, on the count of 3, we're just going to all focus on the DNA beginning to illuminate, becoming bioluminescent, glowing from the inside. Okay? And we're just going to get the glow brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. See the glow beginning to happen and allow it to get brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter until there's so much light shining out in 360 degrees. It's almost like blinded by the light. There's so much light, you don't see any form of the cells anymore. Just experience yourself as this light, holding that in your consciousness for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it. Nice. Say yes if you had fun today. Say yes if you enjoyed diving in and learning a little bit more about your Akashic records. This is only scratching the surface. The records can not only be used to heal, but they can be used to activate, to turn on new skills, new gifts, new abilities. They can be used to rewrite your future and rewrite your past. That's some deep shit right there. Okay? I can teach you how to do that, but we're at the end of our show today, so I want to invite you, if you have to know more about this, you know where to find me. Reach out to me on private messenger, please. That is the fastest way to get my attention. Coming up right now, actually, because I'm stepping on her toes, I better get off of here. Robin McClendon, Conversations with Gaia, and then we have the beautiful lineup for the rest of the afternoon with Boggy and Robin. Stay tuned to what's happening here at the Akashic Academy. Learn more about our membership. Find what makes sense to you. I will help you find what is the right individual path for you, whether it's becoming an Academy member, whether it's studying the records, whether it's creating your own business. But you got to let me know that you're ready for help. So reach out, everybody. I love you, and I'll be talking to you here again soon.